Welcome to the mentoring. This is a new service offering at G&A Guide and Advice. And in this video, I will walk you through what all it entails and how you can benefit from it. Let's begin with the concept. Now you must be wondering, why do I need to know the concept? This is because, friends, there are many still who are not aware that mentors exist. A system exists wherein you can take help from the expertise of a mentor in relevant to work, career, or any other professional development. Maybe there were times that you may yourself had mentored someone with a good advice or had received one from someone else. So understanding this may perhaps open up to many that help exist, and therefore I've put up this concept here. And in very simple words, mentorship is a very informal transmission of knowledge. People who have a whole host of experience, expertise, and are willing to share the expertise with those who are perceiving that expertise from them exist in a mentor and mentee relationship. So diving in more into it, towards the end of this session, you will learn, if in case you want to avail mentoring at G&A, that's Guide and Advice, and choose me as your mentor, what's in it for you, how you can get benefited, how relevant it is for you, or maybe for someone who you think can get benefited. So keep watching. I begin this by sharing my intention. I came up with this idea of mentoring because besides being a mentor, I also offer coaching and therapy. But this new offering that I have come up with is with an intention to assist and advise. Now, this comes personally from me, from my own background, where in my initial years in workspace, I struggled, I did blunders, I had a very tough time, not work-wise or with a boss or with supervisors or colleagues. It was with my own self. Had I had a mentor with whom I could toss my ideas, seek validation, or somebody who could guide me in the right direction, I wouldn't have committed those errors that I ended up doing in there. And there were many a times where I even felt I need help. But unfortunately, I found no help. Then later on, years went by, and with the network that I built, when I first learned about this concept, I reached out to some of my supervisors who were not directly who I was reporting to, but to others who agreed to be my mentor, with whom I not just exchange ideas, but sought a lot of help, which came handy to me, especially in my career, in my personal growth. Beyond workspace also, then I found two very good mentors from my college days. And later on, life was not as tough as it was initially. There were very good times, success met, lot of new trainings, experiences. And I would say, if I look back now, most of it I give credit to my mentors who at the right time helped me with the right advices. Having worked in a corporate for close to more than 15 plus years and now running this establishment called Guide and Advice, This idea came to my mind, why not help people and give back? And that's exactly with the same intention that I started to develop this concept and offer mentoring services. As we discussed just few moments ago, who is mentoring for? And we understood that it is an informal transmission of knowledge between two people, one being the mentor, the other being a mentee. Not everyone can be a mentor to every other person because the experience and expertise is confined to one person. And therefore, I came up with this specific set of people who can avail the maximum benefit of being my mentee and I mentoring them. What you see on your screen, I begin with students. Why career and course advice? Because having worked, I began working as a placement officer. So having worked with various agencies, knowing in and out of recruitment, speaking to several millions of people, and several of maybe more than hundreds of verticals, with my knowledge repository, my mentorship is open for those students who just like me, because again here it's reconnecting back to my own story, struggle to figure out that people who are not good with science or mathematics, what are the other streams they could explore, certifications, trainings that can really help them build a career. It's not necessarily essential that you are always someone who scores very high in mathematics or science, and beyond this that there are no careers. No, this is completely incorrect. So students who seek career or course advice can seek my mentorship, because I have been in this space and have worked extensively in many verticals where I can, from my expert knowledge and opinion, can help students. Next are new job entrants. Very similar to my case, the way I got help from my mentors, I am willing to help those who I do not really want them to commit the same errors that I did. Because when we enter a workspace and when we do not come from top B schools, the way I didn't come from any, there are multiple challenges and obstacles that one encounters having landing up into a corporate job. Right from the vertical functions, culture, behavior to a lot more. So I can help these category as well. Mid-level professional, this is an interesting one because me having worked within human resources department, I've handled several cases where people wanted to shift functions, move vertically, and sometimes you don't really like doing the job, but you like the firm, or you do not like your colleagues or supervisors, but you have more influence or more inclination towards something else in a different department. But can shifting and changing verticals help you in the long run? Does it really help? Does it hurt? Having handled several such cases, my mentoring is open to such mid-level professionals who may seek an advice on career moves. Then comes the freshers who may have several questions on matters related to job search. When I started my coaching business of G&A, which was only into coaching, initially I did a lot of career coaching as well, which includes helping people resume building, interview questions, BEI questioning, and how if you're not cracking up your interviews, or you finding or getting some real bad nasty feedback from appraisers, what is it that best you could do? So in those areas I can help. Finally, it's very specific to my tribe, coming in from human resources and being very fortunate to work in that department function right from day one of my career to the time that I quit corporate. And I've had almost worked in almost all departments. So somebody within HR seeking training, expertise, wanting to understand what to do next, making a shift, anything of that sort related within HR can also seek my mentorship. If you want to gather more details, you can gather it from my LinkedIn profile, maybe to get a better view of the various departments and functions I've worked in. Moving on. Now, if you're thinking how you can enroll, let me first also add in here, this will be done online. Considering the pandemic and the protocols, right now this is not in person but online. The link is shared in the description. When you click on that URL, you will be redirected to my website of Guide and Advice, which has a complete page dedicated to the mentoring services, explaining the entire cost. There's a Google form which you need to fill in with some questions to answer and the fee involved, which can help you with all the details that you're looking for. These are my coordinates. I thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me. And if in case you have any further questions, feel free to write to me or reach me on this number. Thank you, and I look forward to, if in case you're looking to have me as your mentor.